I had just been fired by the company when I looked up and saw a news report. A passenger plane's landing gear had malfunctioned and was unable to land. The plane had been circling in the air for a long time. Once the fuel ran out, the consequences were unthinkable. The crew was extremely nervous because an emergency landing had become their only option, but this would most likely cause the plane to crash. The chief flight attendant calmed the passengers immediately, but the tense atmosphere had already begun to spread. The passengers started to panic. Some even prayed to God. But would God really help them? No one knew if God really existed. Yet a true hero would not stand idly by. And the real identity of this mysterious hero was none other than me. The plane was not far away. I immediately chased after the plane. With the blessing of my superpowers, my running speed was now comparable to that of the plane. Yet I was still a little short of reaching the plane, even though my running speed was very fast. Fortunately, I finally found the best way to get close to the plane. Time was pressing. I leaped with all my strength at once, grabbing the lightning rod in an instant. Under the effect of force, I flew quickly toward the plane's landing gear. The timing was extremely precise. I held onto the tire tightly. At this moment, the landing gear was still in an abnormal state. I had to act quickly. This process was extremely dangerous. I could fall from the sky at any moment. Fortunately, I was agile enough and successfully climbed onto the landing gear. My figure on the monitor screen soon caught the captain's attention. I stepped on the landing gear with one foot. As I exerted all my strength, the landing gear slowly responded. With my terrifying power, I directly lifted the 500-ton plane. I immediately signaled to the captain that I was ready, because I knew he had spotted me. As the rest of the landing gear slowly opened, the plane's official landing was about to begin. The lighthouse personnel were extremely shocked because a figure was standing on the landing gear at this moment. The rear landing gear landed smoothly, and the pressure would then fall on me. As the tires touched the ground, I actually felt a little strained for a moment. Fortunately, I had prepared in advance, so I firmly held up the landing gear. The plane taxied quickly on the runway, appearing extremely stable. The passengers breathed a sigh of relief because of this. They were grateful that God had saved them. As the plane came to a smooth stop, I was about to leave when I was spotted by the passengers. They immediately gathered around, only then realizing that it was I who had saved them. I had just taken out a group of guards when voices came from around me. Just then, as a hatch slowly opened, inside was the old man holding my father hostage. But I didn't dare make a single move because he was threatening me with my father's life to comply. For my father's safety, I had to endure the old man's humiliation. But as soon as I was about to fight back, I turned my head and saw my uncle shot dead by the old man. What made me even more miserable was that the old man had actually captured my girlfriend, because only in this way could he make me surrender without a fight. And just as he had predicted, faced with the guards' brutal beatings with iron rods, I could only endure, daring not to resist at all. This made the old man overjoyed, and my non-resistance made the guards' attacks even more unscrupulous, so much so that every strike was aimed at my head. Agony swept through my entire body, but I still kept walking toward my loved ones. It wasn't until a fire extinguisher slammed into my head that I finally collapsed completely. Father was extremely agitated, crawling desperately toward me. It was at this moment that I finally understood what fatherly love was. Yet the old man wanted to shatter this peace, something I could not bear. I flipped the old man over with a single palm. The guards tried to restrain me when they saw this, but how could I surrender now that I no longer submitted? The old man took the chance to pick up the pistol from the ground. Fortunately, father reacted in time and stopped the old man. My girlfriend also began to resist when she saw this. Under my full force attacks, these guards were no match for me at all lying on the ground in an instant. My speed was extremely fast at this moment, so much so that the guards didn't even react before I sent them flying with the fire extinguisher. Yet the old man broke free from my girlfriend and father's restraints and fired deadly bullets at my father and girlfriend. The situation was extremely critical, and just then, I quickly threw the fire extinguisher in my hand, successfully blocking that fatal bullet for my girlfriend. As for the bullet aimed at my father, I blocked it with my own body. The old man tried to fire another shot when he saw this, but how could I just sit there and wait to die? And next, it would be his moment of death. My eyes filled with hatred sent a chill down the old man's spine. But my blood would not be shed in vain. He had to pay the due price for his actions. This ferocious punch of mine destroyed the old man along with his evil invention. And just as the prophecy had said, I walked out from a burst of electric sparks, yet I did not kill him with a pistol. Instead, I revealed my true identity to him. Only then did the old man end his sinful life in shock. In the end, I finally reunited with my father.